Well, an upturn in form has seen us with something to play for these final two games of the season. Welcome back to Buxton 2.0. Yes, we've been unbeaten since we were last here with that defeat against Hereford. We drew 1-1 with Bradford Park Avenue, took put them ahead, DJ Alamo equalised, then beat Peter Sports 2-0, Tasmere and Gibson Hammond on the score sheet. DJ Alamo scored a 93rd minute winner against Boston United. We then drew 0-0 with Brackley, who we were battling for playoffs with as well, so disappointed we couldn't pull away from them. A 2-0 victory over Gloucester followed, Price getting both goals, both from the penalty spots as well. And then a 2-2 draw against Chesham, who were relegated with this result. They were ahead twice. They had a man sent off. We were just so poor in this game. We were lucky to come away with a point, but a point we do come away with. And then last time out, we beat Kings Langley 1-0, another late DJ Alamo winner, 82nd minute. This time around has us in 7th place as it stands. We could still finish up in 4th. We could still finish as low as 10th. We play 11th place Curzon Ashton today. And then on the final game of the season, Curzon Ashton played Chorley. So a couple of crucial games there for us. We then play Southport in our final game, who I believe are safe. Okay, they're not quite safe, but you'd imagine them to be. Who do they play today? They play Scarborough Athletic up in 14th, but they only need a point to secure their safety. And so, yeah, we won't focus on them, obviously. We'll focus on ourselves. This is going to be a very, very tough game, first one up. We've got Roberts, Dodds, Hanks, Mohammed Godden, Maguire, Ryke, Gibson Hammond, Tasmere, Price, and DJ Alamo. You can see DJ Alamo has a promise. He wants to leave. We've agreed to sell him for £18,000 should someone come in for that. So far, they haven't. So, yeah. And Tasmere is currently wanted by Chesterfield from division above, so we'll see if we can keep hold of him over the summer. We've had our youth intake, which will show at the end of the season. We've also made some transfers as well. A whole host of youth prospects will be joining the club over the summer. I'm going to tell them we want revenge on Curzon Ashton and send them out. We don't need to do anything else with that. They're all being motivated by the promise of revenge. You can see they've got a new gen in Sam's playing in that cam role. We do not. We are going with tried and trusted pretty much so far this season. This is such a huge game for us. If things go well, we could be guaranteed playoffs today. Things go bad, we are in big, big trouble. But all we can do is hope for a good result, focus on ourselves before we start looking at anyone else, such as Telford, who are very early on 1-1, or Hereford that have scored to go above us as it stands. We have not started this match brightly at all away from home here, but here is Ryke to Gibson Hammond. It's pouring it down with rain. He chips one forward and corner heads clear. Matthews, poor touch. DJ Alamo's onto it, tight angle. Can he pull it back? He can for Tasmere. It's a huge save from Renshaw. Tasmere probably should have scored that. And big, big early chance there. We're going to encourage corner to defend. And we're 1-0 down. Devon Matthews, unmarked from the corner, gets his first goal. Well, first goal for Curzon Ashton. First goal of the season. And just like that, from that huge chance down the other end, Matthews is just unchallenged. We can't do that from a corner. It's annoying. We have a corner of our own. Can we equalise with this one? No is the answer. Nolan to potentially counter-attack. We do have 4 players back. He finds Curran. And there is a man tracking back, but he's outnumbered over there. We need some help. Gibson Hammond has worked really hard to win that ball back. It's Price. It goes wide instead of cutting in. Ryke on the edge of the area. Arjun Ryke gets his second goal of the season. Equalises for us with 27 minutes on the clock. It's a lovely finish from him. Gibson Hammond did so well to chase back and win that ball. Price well to hold it up, get his head up, and Reiki, one touch, bang, top corner. Lovely little finish, that one. Puts us back on at level pegging very early on. Just 4 minutes after conceding, we will encourage once again. Another corner to defend. Can we do this one better? Reiki heads clear this time. Di Girolamo, space to run into. Doesn't really have people getting forward with him though. So he checks back, finds Godden, who's on a book-in. He plays it into Maguire. We have players forward now. It's not a great ball to Tasmir's feet though. Perry intercepts and finds Tia, who's into the area and pulls it wide. And it wasn't the best ball from Maguire, but Tasmir has to be aware of what's behind him and come to the ball as well there. Corner. Plays it back to Fosu. He looks forward. Piers is beaten in the air. Maguire brings it down to Gibson Hammond. First time to Di Girolamo. Gives it back to Dodds out on this right-hand side. It's a lovely ball for Tasmir. Can he pull it across? Towards Di Girolamo. He's hit the inside of the post, but it's gone in. It's his 42nd goal of the season. We're going cautious for the rest of this first half. We do have the lead finally in this game. Dodds, this was a beautiful ball in behind for Tasmir. And I wondered what he was doing with the, little chip ball. I thought he was going to play it across the ground, but Di Girolamo just directs it in via that post. And that does give us the lead and puts us currently up into 6th place. Hanks ball forward, can't find Gibson Hammond. And a chance for Kuznach to come at us again. Piers finds Sams in space, hits the post. Godden plays it back to its keeper. Risky, but no pressure on Roberts. Big concern, this highlight still continuing. There we go. That was very weird that we got that extra bit at the end there. And we are going to go in at half-time 1 goal up. I don't want to see any complacency. We still have Gibson Hammond that is complacent, so he's going to come off for Jay Turner Cook. And yeah, is that all we do? Di Girolamo is lacking belief. You're playing well, keep going, that's better. So, second half on the way. We are 5th as it stands, level with Braintree. Hanks looks forward. Di Girolamo wins the header, but there's nobody in that area. Piers brings it down. Corner. Crosses towards back post, and Tia wins the header. It's just wide of the post. I'm actually just going to go tweak some things here. We are going to stay on counter-attacking style, but we're just going to drop a few players back. We're not going to be quite as attacking. In fact, maybe we change these to fullbacks on the fend as well. We stop them getting forward. We take off all of them. And we're just going to try and be a bit more difficult to break down. We're going to praise though. And Di Girolamo is frustrated by being praised. Maguire on the ball finds Reiki, the scorer that's put us ahead so far. Sorry, equalised so far. Reiki looks forward. Di Girolamo scored a goal that put us ahead, and he was chasing that one down. Curran dispossessed by Godden. Reiki finds Price. Price, big save again from Renshaw. It's cleared out, and we are going to go look at making some more changes. Andy's going to come on left back, and Maguire is going to come off for Alcock as well. So a couple of them players that are on bookings. Renshaw's ball downfield. Shall we do win the header, but it's only to Matthews, who finds Clark. Clark looks to bring it forward, beats his man. Mohammed steps in well. Price dispossessed by Perry, but keeps hold of the ball at the second attempt. Dodds. We've got a few plays forward here, and here's Tasmir, who does lose out once again. Fortunately, that ball forward is not really near anyone. Hanks brings it forward. Plays outright to Dodds. He looks forward for DJ Alamo, who brings it down, finds Turner Cook, who plays it to Tasdemir, and that should be the game. It was a lovely bit of play, that was. It's 3-1 now. Tasdemir does get his goal and missed that big chance in the first half. This from DJ Alamo was superb. The composure to bring it down and play that pass to Turner Cook, and he knew that Tasdemir was open in the centre of the box, didn't even need to pull his head up, had two defenders with him. He knew that centre back had been drawn out of the space, and all he had to do was find that pass. He does. Braintree are also 3-1 up in their game. Throws his ball forward is only to Dodds. Hanks now to Alcock. He plays in Tasdemir. Dodds had a bit of space, but with that fullback instruction, he doesn't run into it. That's a lovely ball forward towards Di Girolamo. Renshaw, though, does well. Dodds now on the ball once again. Finds Turner Cook, who probably didn't have the legs there. Even though he was fresh, he just knocked it into space, didn't really chase it down. Reiki to Price. He tries to find Di Girolamo, but Foso steps in, takes control. Renshaw's ball downfield is through to Sams, and Barney Sams has it 3-2. And that long ball just caught everyone out. I'm not quite sure what is going off defensively. And yeah, in off the post, it's 3-2. And there's 14 minutes to go. So perhaps a bit of a worry. Price to take this corner. Header clear. Di Girolamo should get there and does. Plays it back to Price, who was onside. Price shoots himself, and that's a great goal from Freddie Price. That's his 11th of the season, and it is 4-2 once again. Just before we see that replay, I'm just going to go change things once again. We're going to move Alcock further back. He is going to stay as... Actually, we're going to stick him in as a half-back, just to try and stop any more of them balls over the top. And this is a wonderful goal from Price. Gets it back here from Di Girolamo. It's allowed to bring it in to the centre. Cuts back. Just curls one in. That side net in. Gives us the lead once again in this game. Potential offshot. Yeah, it was tight. Very, very tight. But the flag stayed down, and that was all that mattered. And we're into 4 additional minutes of time. And we do see this out for a crucial victory at this stage of the season. And yeah, we go to Southport, knowing that we're in a pretty good position here. Well, we don't go to Southport. Southport are actually coming to visit us. I know who we're playing. Tasmania wins man of the match there with a goal and assist. So as it stands, we need a point because of our goal difference, really. A point to be guaranteed playoffs in that game. You can see Kane Shepherd as well. It's well and truly taken over for the Golden Boot race with 46 goals, which is ridiculous. But we're going to come back for Southport, who are indeed safe as well in their final game. That's coming right up. So our final game against Southport sees a pretty much fully rotated side. Roberts and DJ Alamo continue as I think the only 2 starters from that last game. We don't because I put Dodds at right back. It should be Burke. Burke and Bruce Lee Kendall, Kirby, Petit, Turner Cook, Rowe, Noema, and DJ Alamo. Ando's wanting to leave because he isn't playing enough. Bruce Lee is set to retire at the end of the season, and Kirby has announced that he's leaving on a free transfer. So for possibly all 3 of these, this is their final home appearance for the club. And a lot of it as well is that rotation factor. We saw last season how much fatigue can affect people. We had that advantage in that first leg. It obviously doesn't matter too much in the second one, but yeah, it's just nice moment for a lot of these players that might not play for the club again. The likes of Rowe and Naima, both young players, coming through as well. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how they perform. We told them that we want to get revenge on Southport from last time, which has fired us pretty well recently. We've been saying that against a lot of clubs, and it has sort of, fired them up, and we've been getting some good results. Southport, of course, will be no pushovers. They'll be riding high after surviving, relegation. They've secured their survival in that last game. But as long as Hereford, Bradford, Park Avenue, and Telford all don't win, we're pretty much in the playoffs anyway. So, Petit to Kendall, who's dispossessed, should have put a cross in. Marmy looks to bring it forward. Burke, though, presses him high. Has to go back to Mason. And Brisley wins the header. Wheatley to Munro. And Marmy finds Heath, who's in on goal. It's a big save from Roberts there as well. Some lovely 1-2 touch football early on there for Southport. Corner ball for them, which is taken by Hamami. And Roberts punches clear. Rowe can't get there. Watson plays it back to Hamami. And he's offside anyway. Advantage perhaps if we do finish 5th or 4th. It gives us the home leg in the first round of the playoffs. So perhaps we should be pushing for that. But I don't think it makes a massive difference, does it? And even if we, win that leg, then the next 2 are away anyway. Rowe into the box is dispossessed by Monroe. And he looks to play it downfield, but only finds Brisley. We have tried to talk him out of retirement as well, so we'll see if he does stay with us. Kirby into Turner Cook, who had a bit of space there, hits one, hits the post, and nobody can get to the rebound, and it's cleared. Only to Brisley once again, but it's the end of that highlight. And there is the goal for Telford. They're playing Ilkeston, who you'd expect them to beat. But it would put them safe because of goal difference behind us. Kettering are beating Blythe. I don't think that affects us. Chorley 2-0 up against Curzon Ashton as well. As we come towards half time, we've not had a shot on target in this game. So I'm going to tell them that isn't good enough. It's demotivated a couple of players. But we're not going to make any changes. We won't make any changes. We're just not particularly creating enough at the moment. Kirby here on the ball. Good ball to Burke in space, who crosses. His header clear. Petit will pick it up. And there was a ball on down to this side, which has now been cleared by Oliver, but only to Ander, who pumps one forward. Naiwima first time towards Turner Cook. Header clear. And Obadiah has space to run into. Plays it over the top for Heath. And Heath this time blocked by Ander into the hands of Roberts. Lets the man more. Turner Cook plays it to Burke and now Kirby. Ander looks forward for DJ Alamo, who it's a great save from Mason to push that onto the bar. Huge stop there from him. You'd expect DJ Alamo to score, but doesn't. And in fact, he is going to come off now for Price. We're going to take off Naoima for Gibson Hammond. And Kendall is also going to come off, and Hanks is going to come on. So a couple of positional changes as well. And let's just demand more once again. If we could find a winner and perhaps another goal, probably go above Braintree, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I think this might end up as a 0-0. Let's demand more once more. Braintree actually now losing to Chester. So if we can find a goal, we will finish in 4th place. Cross comes in, header clear. Gibson Hammond wins that header as well. Doyle's going to get there first, however. And runs into his own man. Now Gibson Hammond can bring it forward. Price to find Price, who does get to the ball. Price finds the back of the net for his 12th goal of the season. Freddie Price gives us the lead after a couple of defensive mix-ups there from Southport. First one, this one here, Doyle running into his own man was perhaps inexcusable. This one, Sloan perhaps didn't have much of a chance to do anything with it. It's a lovely finish from Price and gives us the lead very late on in this game. And once that table does update, it should, there we go, move us up into 4th place as it stands, unless Braintree can find an equaliser late on, which they have done in the 94th minute. So it will be 4th place. And home leg in the first round of the playoffs, I think was against the team below us, which was Telford. On the Bradford Park Avenue, Telford actually drop out. You can see their Braintree with the 94th minute equaliser. Telford conceded in the 90th minute as well. Bradford Park Avenue winning 2-1 to move up a place above Hereford, who lost as well to Gloucester. So, yeah, if Telford hadn't had that 90th minute goal against them by bottom of the table at Ilkeston, they'd have been in the playoffs. Instead, we're playing Bradford Park Avenue. I do believe that's our best ever finish as well. Last year, I think we finished in 7th, which was obviously the highest end. Darlington go up as champions. We do get Bradford Park Avenue. If we beat them, we'll be playing Chester. That is coming up in Friday's episode. It'll be the entirety of the playoffs, be it one game or all 3 games. That's what's coming up later on in the week. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you then. Bye bye.